time for the Trucker John live stream. Gonna be a good time. Oh yeah. The Trucker John live stream. Come along for a good time. It's a good time, good time, good time, good time. Trucker John live stream. It's gonna be a good time. Gonna be the time of your life. Gonna talk some shit. Hush your mouth. Gonna talk a little smack. Gonna talk whatever comes of it. You're gonna always wanna come back. Well, yeah, it's the Trucker John live stream. He's the biggest, baddest, funniest mother you've ever seen. Watch your mouth, he's headed south. Not even sure what that means, but if it's one thing I know, the Trucker John live stream is the best thing you've ever seen. Shout for the Trucker John street on a good time. Oh yeah, the Trucker John street. Come along for a good time. It's a good time, good time, good time. The Trucker John live stream is gonna be a good time. Gonna be the time of your life. Gonna talk some shit, hush your mouth. Gonna talk a little smack. Gonna talk whatever comes of it. You're gonna always wanna come back. Oh yeah, it's the Trucker John live stream. He's the biggest, baddest, funniest mother you've ever seen. Watch your mouth, he's headed south. Not even sure what that means, but if it's one thing I know, the Trucker John live stream is the best thing you've ever seen.
It's time for the Trucker John live stream. Gonna be a good time. Oh yeah, the Trucker John live stream. Come along for a good time. It's a good time, good time, good time. Trucker John live stream. It's gonna be a good time. Gonna be the time of your life. Gonna talk some shit, hush your mouth. Gonna talk a little smack. Gonna talk whatever comes of it. You're gonna always wanna come back. Oh yeah, it's the Trucker John live stream. He's the biggest, baddest, funniest mother you've ever seen. Watch your mouth, he's headed south. Not even sure what that means, but if it's one thing I know, the Trucker John live stream is the best thing you've ever seen. It's time for the Trucker John live stream. Gonna be a good time. Oh yeah, the Trucker John live stream. Come along for a good time. It's a good time, good time, good time. Trucker John live stream. It's gonna be a good time. Gonna be the time of your life. Gonna talk some shit, hush your mouth. Gonna talk a little slack. Gonna talk whatever comes of it. You're gonna always wanna come back. Oh yeah, it's the Trucker John live stream. He's the biggest, baddest, funniest mother you've ever seen. Watch him out, he's headed south. Not even sure what that means, but if it's one thing I know, the Trucker John live stream is the best thing you've ever seen.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. Trucker John. Mic is now on. Okay, good. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay, I was just trying to check the other feeds, and Twitch is updating. So, anyhow, good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. You're over here in the Pacific time zone. It's 11:17 and we are at 99 degrees. We're supposed to get a high, I think, of 109, I think. On here it says 106. I heard it was 109. I don't know. 106, 109, whatever. Whatevs. Let's see. I'm just checking out my Twitch feed. Twitch is looking good. It just updated. And are we up and running over there? It looks like we are good to go over there at, on Twitch. I'll just say hello over there real quick. All right, so Twitch is running. How about Facebook? How's Facebook looking? For a while there, I shut those off because it seemed like there were some issues. We were having issues with the Facebook, especially I think it was Facebook. And then since I've sort of kind of like rebooted those or whatever, it seems like I don't know, it seems like the sound quality is better at least, I don't know. But yeah, so Facebook's going. I know I had Jolie as a mod over there, and then when I disconnected Facebook from this Prism app, and then I put it back on again. I don't know. I for some reason I can't figure out how to add Jolie back as a mod. I don't know what I did, but I'll figure that out. Anyhow, I think I'm just gonna shut those off though from here, so I don't get too much stuff running on this deal. And there we are. Okay. Hello. So let me go ahead. Let's look at who's here. We got Roxanne Armfield is here. Trucker John was here. Margot's here. I always space. You are a different time zone. Yes, we are. Yeah, I'm in the Pacific time zone. Walter Makarovich is here. Good morning, it says. Walter Makarovich, are you going with Hal tomorrow? I'm not going with Hal. That'd be cool if Hal wants to come by and pick me up. That'd be awesome. I'm not going with Hal, but I am going to go. I'm planning on going to the Trump rally tomorrow. You know, but we're not. Me and Hal aren't that close. Okay, I've met him one time, and that was after that Nerd Halen show that like a month ago or whatever, whatever it was. But he shouted me out a few times on his show, so he's definitely is aware of the name Trucker John. Like when I saw him, I go, hey, I'm Trucker John, and he was like, oh yeah. So anyhow, yeah, but we're not going together. It'd be nice. Hey Hal, if you're watching, I'm at University Gardens Apartments, this apartment 323, just building in. I've just totally doxed myself. But hey, if you want to swing by, pick me up in the FJ Cruiser. I don't even know if he still has the FJ Cruiser or not, but hey, we'll carpool. Let's see. Walter Makarovich, I read that already. Mish is here. Good day, Mish. Hello, everybody. Jackie is here. Hello, good morning to Jackie. Alvin Stube, good to see you, Alvin. Thank you so much for being here. We got Midas Kevin's here. Hey, good to see Midas Kevin. Thanks for hanging out here in the driver's lounge. I'm gonna stick with that until it sticks. The chat room is the driver's lounge. Okay. So hey, thanks for hanging out. My lips are not cooperating right now. Hey, Pastor Bodaster. Speaking of my lips not working, is here. Good to see the good pastor. Margot's here. Jackie, James Williams. Hello, James. Good to see James in the driver's lounge, hanging out here. Hey, 56 Nick Rich. Been a while since I've seen 56 Nick Rich in my driver's lounge. Like number 15, pulling into the truck stop. There you go. Set the brakes, all that good stuff. Hey, we got 30 watching, but only 19 thumbs ups. The math is not quite right there, folks. We need those thumbs ups. Like, subscribe, share. We're at 1,790. We've gotten into the 1790s in our subs. We're trying to get to 1,800 by end of business day. Today's Saturday, so I guess it would be Monday. James Williams here, minus Kevin. Everybody. Don O'Leary. Good to see Don. Thanks for being here. Big Hook, Big Hook. The Big Canuck. Is that proper for me to say? Is it proper for me if I call a Canadian person a Canuck? I'm not being completely vile. Am I being? Is that Just let me know the etiquette, the Canadian etiquette. Canadian etiquette. I'm trying to enunciate better because I sometimes I watch a little bit of a playback and I notice I'm just mumbling my words and they're all and I'm like, how do people listen to me? So I need to enunciate a little bit better. Better. I need to do that my Fair Lady type of exercises. To speak the Queen's England. Yes, I'm going to speak the Queen's England. Oh boy. James Williams says, Hal can go in disguise and Trucker John can be his escort. It might be safer that way. Well, I think it might be safer if Hal is my escort. Hal is like a 10th grade, I don't know if he's a 10th degree, but he's like a black belt. And I'm just an old fat guy who can barely walk. So I might look a little scary or whatever, but if it came push to shove, I'd rather have Hal doing the pushing or shoving or whatever. I don't know. Hugger Greeters here. Hey, Teresa, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by here in the driver's lounge. Dick Rich says, answered. Thanks, John. I don't know what I answered, but you're welcome. Let's see here. We got lots of greetings going on with everybody. I'm just skipping on down here. Gulf Marines here. Hey, Gulf Marine. Thanks for hanging out with us. Pass out cold drinks to heat exhausted line standards. See if anyone's brain catches gear. Brenda Triplet. Hey, Brenda. So, Brenda, I was sort of talking to you in house chat. I think, Brenda, you were the one who asked if Trump owned that hotel. There is the Trump Hotel, and I remember doing a little bit of research on it because I was wondering why they don't have a gaming license there. Because they have no gaming, they have no gambling in that hotel, which is really odd, being in Las Vegas and not having a gaming license and not having gambling in your establishment. And I just kind of assumed it was because he couldn't get a gaming license because of his troubles in Atlantic City, how he ran that casino into the ground. And there were all these allegations of him laundering money, basically. And how his father kept the place afloat by, where he went in and he bought $3 million worth of chips or something or whatever it was. So there was all this kind of stuff. And I figured that he just couldn't get a gaming license here in Nevada. Now, I looked it up, and in that research, and maybe it's changed since then, but that the Trumps actually do own the hotel, or at least they are majority owners in it. It's not like a deal, because a lot of his stuff, he just slaps his name on buildings and charges a fee just for his name. That's like a leasing trademark name or whatever. But as far as I know, unless things have changed since whatever that stuff I read was put out, but the Trumps actually do own that building. And the official reason given by the Nevada Gaming Commission, they never did say that they denied him. They gave some sort of excuse. I think they just said that they never applied. And I think the Trumps, I think Donald Jr. was saying, yeah, we don't need to do gaming. We're not interested in doing gaming. We just want to have a nice hotel there. It was all some kind of bullshit. But I think that the Gaming Commission kind of gave him a heads up and said, look, we're not going to approve you because of all the problems you had in Atlantic City, just to let you know. And then, and then that gave the Trumps, kind of the out where they could just make their own bullshit up. Like, well, we're not really interested in going into gaming. Blah, blah, blah. But anyhow, there's this big hotel, and it's not on the strip. It's about a half a block or a block off of the strip. But it's a really easy walk. Like if you wanted to stay at the Trump Hotel, it's a really easy, super easy walk to the Strip. It's not like where I live. I'm almost 2 miles or a mile and a half, but it looks close. If you saw my video that I did the other night, it kind of looks like I'm really close because you can see a lot of the stuff, you know, like the Sphere and Bellagio or whatever, and the High Roller. You can see all that stuff. But I'm about 2 miles away, and I would not recommend walking it at night. But where the Trump Hotel is at, it's a short block. Let's just say that, or it's like a half a block, and it's not unsafe. So if you stay at the Trump, you could walk to the Strip really easily. So what I'm trying to say, it's not a terrible location, even though it's not exactly on the Strip. And then right next, the property between the Trump Hotel and the Strip, there is a huge lot, which I think may have been, it might have been the Frontier Hotel or something. Whatever it was, they tore down one of the hotels, and it's just been an empty lot for I want to say 20 years or something. But I know they hold events there all the time. They hold music festivals there, and they hold private events there all the time. I see, you can see them. They'll set up tents, and they'll set up, stuff for the event. It's right there, right next to the Trump Hotel. I mean, it would have been perfect. Like Brenda was saying, why don't they do it at the Trump? And if the Trump Hotel isn't big enough, because they have probably conference rooms and things like that, but that might not have been big enough for what he wanted. But that festival ground that's right between the Strip and their hotel would have been, I think, plenty big enough, because they hold some pretty big events there. But it probably came down to money. If they don't own that lot, I don't think they own that lot. I don't think Trump owns that. I think that's a separate property. So he would have to pay probably a big money for that. He probably just doesn't have the money. This so-called billionaire apparently doesn't have the money. And speaking of that, so I think we need to make this a no Trump zone. Okay, just say no Trump zone. But so anyhow, that's the thing about the Trump Hotel. If he had the money, it seems like that festival ground right next to his hotel would have been the perfect spot. Although maybe unless Las Vegas. Now see, that's not city of Las Vegas. That's actually the unincorporated area of Las Vegas. The Strip is unincorporated. It's not part of Las Vegas. So I don't know if there would be zoning or there would be some issues with holding that. But like I said, they've held really big events in that festival ground. Really big events. So I don't see why they couldn't do it. It would just be a matter of money, and he's too broke to do it. So he was able to get this park, which is way the hell out. It's like 10 miles east of the Strip. At least 10, maybe 15 miles. I don't know, it just seems long, but it's probably at least 10 miles from the Strip, or at least from the Trump Hotel. 10, 12 miles, and it's almost in Henderson. It's off of Boulder Highway. It's not, it's way out there. I don't know. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna Uber out there because I don't have a car right now. Hal, I need a ride. Hey, buddy, I don't have a car right now. Why don't you come by and pick me up? But I'll if Hal doesn't pick me up, I'll get an Uber. And then, but like I said, it's 10, 12 miles probably from here, from where I'm sitting, I bet. And it's just a park. It's just I don't know if it's a county park or it's I guess it would be a county park. It's Sunset Park. I've been there. I've driven by there. I haven't been there, but I've actually picked up people a couple times from there that were there for soccer games or for just for their kids or whatever. You know what I mean? Or so anyhow, we'll see how it goes. Let me just skip down. Everyone here's, they say anybody new. Tim Farrell's there. Hey, Tim Farrell. Good to see you. Thanks for being in the Truckers Lounge over here, hanging out. Big Hook's there. Big Hook, I wonder if he will cancel the rally because of the heat. Well, I don't know if he'll cancel it, but I could envision him not just showing up, and not with not canceling it, not telling. So, however many, all 1 million of us, I'm sure it's going to be like 1 million people, are going to be there, and then he's not even going to show up or something. I can see that happening. But I don't think he's going to officially cancel because he's just a dick that way. You know what I mean? Hey, Seha says, you going to hear Trump bitch are you? Well, I want to, since I'm here, I have the opportunity to go. I think I should either, like Hal said, if the live streaming doesn't work, I'll just record it, a video of it. Hey, you don't like my music? Is here? Just say thumbs up. Oh yeah, thumbs ups, please. We got 43 watching, but according to my thing, it only says 16 thumbs up. So, hey, folks, I appreciate you all being here. You guys are awesome, but make sure you hit that thumbs up for me and the share button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Don says, what's wrong with your car? Well, see, I've been renting for like 15 months now, and I had an issue with Hertz, a bit of an issue. A billing issue, let's just say, and I'm getting that all worked out. I mean, I've got filed a claim, you know, on some of the charges, and so I don't know how that's going to work out. But so I've been without a car for like a week now or something, so Monday I'm going to go back to Hertz and get another one because I need a car, and I like the Teslas, and I can't afford to buy one right now. So anyhow, but yeah, I just don't have it because I've had an issue with Hertz. Now I'm going back to Hertz. Now there's some other companies that I can rent and that are set up with Uber, but they're just, I don't know. I just don't feel so confident with them. They're just these little companies that I never heard of. Maybe I'll still try them. I don't know. Hertz Donut. I don't know what that means, but okay. You don't like my music? Sorry, JT. That wasn't a thumbs up. That was a middle finger for Trump. Oh, okay. I guess my eyes are really that bad. But we do need some thumbs ups because I only see 19 and we got 44 watching. So I would like to at least have a nice even 1-to-1 ratio. Would be nice. Margot says, Kevin, sadly I had the same Trump view from my hotel in Chicago. Can't escape it. See, Darkly Yours is here. I didn't see Darkly Yours. If I skipped your name, hey, there's Darkly Yours. Thanks for being here. Donna O, member for 2 months. Thank you, Donna O. Thank you for your membership. That's so nice. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to try to get some stuff from some members only stuff. I've been remiss to do that. I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out, you know. But we'll get some members only stuff going. Hey, Maria Warner's here. Thanks for the reminder. Hey, thank you for the reminder. Thanks so much. Maybe my thing's just not updating, but I have it. Oh, there's 20, so we did get an update. Let's see. What else is going on? Walter Makarovich, is that the hotel built exclusively with China Steel? Make America Great. I don't know about the Trump here in Vegas. I don't know who they built it with. Michael Angelo, I hit the like 50 times. No wonder I keep getting all these thumbs downs every 2 seconds. No longer hot and dewy Arizona. I bet it is. Pastor Bodaster, Trump water is pre-evaporated. So here's a list. I don't have I should have done a screenshot of it. Maybe I still can. Let's see. It won't work if I do a screenshot now. I don't think it'll work. But see here is. They text you and they say this will act as your ticket for the event. It says I'm confirmed. Okay, so I'm confirmed. It says we look forward to you joining President Trump. Okay, you're not the fucking president, motherfucker. In Las Vegas on 6/9, which is tomorrow. And it says this will act as your ticket for the event. So this text is my ticket because it says I'm confirmed. And then they sent me something yesterday and it's got a stupid picture of Trump saying looking forward to seeing you. And it says, here's what it says. It's at 12 p.m. It says doors open at 9 a.m. And then they said, it's a sunny forecast in Vegas. Enjoy free water misting fans, and cooling tents. Bring personal bottles and small umbrellas through security. See you there. So, according to this, they're going to have free water. Hopefully it's not, toxic. And misting fans and cooling tents. We'll see if that's true. Because it seems like, from what I've seen of his rallies, they don't look very well organized. And this sounds like, they've got some organization there. Now, because they sent me, I guess, an email with another list of all the things you can bring and not bring. Let's see. Here is events instructions. So here's the events instructions for tomorrow's rally. It says, we look forward to welcoming you to President Donald J. Trump. He's not the president, fuckers. Rally in Las Vegas on Sunday, June 9th. Please carefully review the following details and instructions to ensure smooth entry into the event. It's at Sunset Park on Sunset Road. This event will be outdoors, it says. Guest arrival information. The line will begin to form early. Parking will open at 5 a.m. Doors open at 9 a.m. Event programming will begin promptly at 10:30 a.m. Please arrive no later than 10 a.m. It says food and beverage will be available for purchase within the venue. There will be free water available, it says. We'll see about that. So there's parking information. Yeah, they've got parking lots. It's around the park, blah, blah, blah. Here's sort of an overhead shot of the park. Yeah, they've got big, looks like softball fields and a big giant grassy area. Let's see. I'm not sure exactly where, if it's going to be in that grassy area, maybe. All guests will be screened by the United States Secret Service upon entry into the event. That's right, so you got Secret Service. This says no bags or purses allowed. And I guess this is the list of things not allowed. This is the prohibited list. Secret Service prohibited items list. So no aerosols, no alcoholic beverages, no appliances, i.e. toasters. I don't know, do people bring toasters? So, no backpacks, bags, roller bags, suitcases, and bags exceeding size restrictions. And it's the restrictions are, I guess, nothing bigger than 12 inches by 14 inches by 5 inches. No balloons, no balls. Sorry about that. I'm bringing my balls. No banners, signs, placards, no chairs. And I was thinking about bringing a chair. Like, this old man likes to sit down. No coolers, no drones. And someone was saying, or had said it'd be cool to have a drone. Now, if I'm outside of the park, I wonder if I could fly a drone to get the crowd size picture. But no drones and other unmanned aircraft systems. No e-cigarettes. No explosives of any kind, including fireworks. No firearms. What? Wait a minute. 2A, motherfucker. 2A. I can't bring fucking firearms, you anti-Second Amendment motherfuckers. No glass, thermal or metal containers. No laser lights or laser pointers. No mace. God damn it, I gotta keep my mace at home. Or pepper spray. No noisemakers such as air horns, whistles, drums, bullhorns, etc. No packages. Again, I'm bringing my package. No poles. Again. Anyhow. Liberal Dan would be proud of me right now. No sticks and no selfie sticks. Now, that's what I was trying to point out in Hal's chat just a few minutes ago, because he was saying something about bringing a selfie stick. And I wrote in the chat, there's no selfie sticks allowed. I don't know if you saw that or not. But if he tries to bring a selfie stick, they're not going to let them in. But I'm going to have my gimbal, and a gimbal is not a selfie stick, so I hope they let me in with my gimbal. Otherwise, we'll be getting a lot of shaky cam. No spray containers, no structures, no supports for signs or placards, no tripods. Again, no. No weapons. We covered that kind of, but I guess there's no weapons, so I'll have to leave my switchblade at home, apparently. It says, and any other items that may pose a threat to the security of the event as determined by the discretion of the security screeners. We look forward to a successful event and appreciate your continued support as we work to make America great again. So that is my thing from the Donald Trump rally. So we'll see how it goes. I'll head over there, see if I can get in with my gimbal. Because if they don't let me in with my gimbal, then I'm not going in. I'm not gonna, like, what am I supposed to do with my gimbal? You know. So anyhow, move that over a little bit. So that'll be interesting. Hey guys, look at that. We've got up to 45 thumbs ups. Thank you so much. But we got 56 watching. So make sure you hit that thumbs up for me. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Let's see. Brenda Triple, is fruit allowed? Oh, I didn't see that on the list. But they might deem it a security thing at the thing, you know, at their discretion. Make up a press badge. You know what? I have some old press badges because I used to be a newspaper reporter, actually. I was a stringer. I wasn't like a full-time writer. I was a stringer. But I had a press badge. That would be funny if I could find my old press badge. I had 2 or 3, actually. They're probably in a box somewhere. I guess I could make one somehow, but I have like official press badges. They're like 20 years old, but you know. Sayhouse says no squeaky rubber chickens. Damn it. 56 dictionaries. Keys can be used as a weapon. Well, Darkly Yours. How about an emotional support Komodo dragon? Nolan Workman. Just bring money. Michael McAndrews. Dumpy like stupid people, he said. I like the uneducated. Or poorly, no, I like the poorly educated. Brenda Triple, are bricks allowed? Oh yeah, bring your bricks. Cans of soup. Big Hook, you need to bring a power bank this time. Yeah, that ain't happening. James Williams says, look like a few hours standing and holding your phone up. The sacrifice the free press makes for all of us. Yeah, if I might bail out though. I mean, if it's too hot and the free water isn't there like they said it's going to be there, who knows? I might bail out, but we'll see. We'll see how long I can go. Sayhouse says they may not allow the gimbal if it's big enough to conceal a zip gun. No, I don't think so. Well, the gimbal, I don't have it with me. I mean, it's in the other room, but you know, it's like this big. It's like a handle, you know. I mean, no, the gimbal is a gimbal. The only thing is that it has an extension. Maybe I'll just take the extension off of it because that has a little 3-leg thing that kind of makes it like a tripod. So if I take the extension off of it, then it's not a tripod. But with that little extension on it that screws on the bottom of it and the legs kick out, that does make it. So they might say, oh, that's a tripod. Because tripod was on the list of banned items or whatever, or items you can't bring in. But they didn't say nothing about gimbals. And this gimbal does not extend like a selfie stick. It's just basically a handle, and then and it has a thing that you clamp the phone onto. So it should be all right. Is it free? Yes, Nick Rich, it is free. Absolutely free. You don't like my music? If the water is tainted purple, don't drink it. Yeah. Big Cook, nothing worth getting heat stroke for. Roxanne, I like your soup idea, Brenda. Don't get your gimbal in a twist. Michael McAndrews, right, Brenda. Yeah, I'm not gonna be throwing there. I'm not gonna be throwing things. I'm gonna be mainly there as an observer. Hopefully with my, my camera phone here and my gimbal. And if there's people that I see that maybe want to talk, or maybe I can ask them some things, ask them questions or whatever. But I'm just sort of playing it by ear, Is Jolie here, by the way? I haven't seen Jolie, huh? She might be busy. Jolie is very busy with family stuff. So, yeah, Joanne Golly just joined, so no need to catch up. What's going on? Well, Joanne Golly, first of all, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us here in the driver's lounge, as I like to call it. Stay Gold says, hi, Trucker John, I'm back. Hey, Stay Gold, welcome back. But Joanne, so what's going on? I was just going over the list of things that aren't allowed at the Trump rally tomorrow. And if you didn't hear, I am planning on going tomorrow, and with my camera here and my camera phone, and I'm going to try to do a live stream from there. If it doesn't work, then I'll just record and just post a video later of it. But I figure since he's here in town and I live here, I should probably go check it out. Because I missed the last time he was here and I kind of regretted it. I was like, damn, I wish I could have made it. So I'm really going to try to make it to this one. And we'll see how it goes. Minus Kevin, talk in a Trump rally is you support Trump, right? I don't know what that means, but okay. Big Hook, maybe interview people outside and you won't be so... Well, that's true. That's also, when you're outside walking around, they can't really do anything, but I'm going to try to get inside. Like I said, I'm kind of playing it by ear. We'll just see how it goes, but I'm going to be there. Michael Gander was just chatting about stuff, Joanne. Oh yeah, we're just chatting. Here, we're just hanging out. This is just the post-show hangout. We're hanging out. You don't like music says, ask them this, why not democracy? Stay Gold, are you going to hang out with Hal? Well, if I see him, I mean, I don't know if Hal wants me to hang out with him, you know what I mean? It's not like we're buddies. I've only met the guy once. I'm a big fan, and he knows who I am. But I don't want to, and if I see him, I'll definitely go up to him and say hi. But I don't know, like, if he wants me hanging out with him, you know what I mean? Like, if he's doing a live stream or whatever, it's gonna be one of the few times, if we're both live streaming, that we're gonna both be live streaming at the same time. I usually don't. In fact, I think I never live stream at the same time as Hal. That's the one person that I try not to live at the same time as live. But I'm going to make an exception tomorrow. So tomorrow, if we're both live streaming, that's fine. And if you have two devices, you can watch us each on each one, and you might see a different perspective. Like I might be on one side, Hal might be on the other side, and you can kind of get a different perspectives and things. But yeah, I definitely. I hope I run into him. I'd like to say hi to him and maybe hang out for a little bit. But I don't know. It's just it's not like we're best buds or whatever. We're just gonna hang. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll just see how it goes. But if he's there, I definitely want to go and say hi to him and stuff. Mish says no buffering. No buffering allowed. Big Hook says, my bet is Hal will have his own agenda. yeah, I don't know if Hal's going to be asked is going to be looking for people to, interact with, the maggots and stuff, or I don't know what he's going to do, and I kind of don't know what I'm going to do. Like I said, I'm kind of playing it by ear, and we'll just see how it goes. We'll just see how it goes. I'm gonna resend a deal because I'm not sure if I sent this out or not to Jolie. I just want to make. Oh shit! Dang it! What did I do? Oh, I don't know what's going on now. It's just not cooperating here. It just keeps shutting off. Okay. All right. I don't know. I better not mess with it before I end up. See, I thought I sent a note. I thought I sent a notification to Jolie, but something might have went wrong. So, and now I don't think I can do it. What if I can do it from here, from this one? Let's try this one. I'll try from the iPad, but for some reason my phone, when I try to send, it just clicks off real quick. Like I can't get it to go. Okay, so there's that. I'm just gonna send that one more time just in case, because I remember that when I was sending out notifications, something seemed a little wonky about that, or wonky, or I don't know. Anyhow, stay gold. That's a great idea. I have two phones to watch both. Like I said, if you can watch both, fine. If you watch just one, that's fine, and you can always watch the other one in the replay. But we'll be there. Yeah, I am on all messages, but I don't read all the chats because I kind of get behind and then I kind of scroll down, so I might skip something. If you said something and I missed it, it's just because I scrolled down because I get so far behind. I don't like it when I get so far behind, I guess. So I scroll down. So if I miss something, you might have to repeat it. You don't like music. Nothing's wrong with an agenda as long as it's good and you're open about it. Well, yeah, like I said, I don't know. Well, yeah, we'll see what he does. We'll just see how it goes. Michael McAndrews, I can watch like 10 podcasts at once, but of course I don't. Darkly Yours, I decided I had a problem the other day when I was watching 3 different live streams at once. Yeah, it's like maybe doing too much, I guess, huh? Midas Kevin Anderson says, you don't like my music. In a Trump rally, if you say something that starts with a J and ends with a B, you'll get ridiculed. Yeah, we'll see how it is here in Vegas. There's crazies here too, I guess. But Cynthia Walker says, Las Vegas is forecasted to have a high of 104 tomorrow. And that's the cooling trend, because today it's like a 108 or 109 or something. And then tomorrow it's going to cool down to 104. So we'll see. And it's just going to be getting hotter because at noon it's going to be 100 degrees, but then the temperature it's still on the rise. It's usually still rising until 5 or 6 in the evening, and before it gets like the daytime high. It's really kind of late in the afternoon when it hits the high, and then it'll stay that way until about 8:30, 9:30, and then it'll finally start to cool down a little bit. Yeah, usually around 8:30 it starts to cool down a little bit. But it's really slow. It'll just be 1 degree, every half hour or something. Let's see. Michael McAndrews, bring diapers. For myself, I might need the diapers. Tickets, Cynthia Walker. There's no tickets. It's the ticket, it's free, but I registered online, and then they send you back a text saying that you're confirmed and that this is your ticket. That email that says confirmed, or text actually, that's my ticket in. So I have to show them that text, I guess. But it was free. Joanne Golly says, Mozart, as a technician, that don't make sense to electronics at all. Don't you know it all goes ass up as soon as you think you got it set up? I guess I missed Mozart, but Mozart, thanks for being here. I didn't see you come in. Thanks for being in the driver's lounge. Like I said, I kind of scroll down a little bit when I'm behind. James Williams, thank you. I think they are still overpriced. Yeah. Hey, I'm not going there because I'm a fan, or you guys know me. I hate Trump as much as the next guy. I'm just going there basically to see the crowd size, so that when he says he's got 1 million people there, and I can go bullshit. There's like 2,000 here or whatever. You know what I mean. That's mainly the main thing, and then mainly it's to see if I can peacefully, interact with some maggots. If I can peacefully, if I feel safe enough where I can just say, hey, how you doing? I'm doing a live stream. Can I put you on? And then if they say yeah, and I'm like, so what about that MAGA, huh? Or what? I don't know. I should have something a little more prepared. If I just wing it, I don't know. I should probably have some. I really haven't got anything prepared as far as my questions, but I should come up with a few questions to ask them. Someone said, "What about democracy?" Yeah, I should say. If I just come out and say, "So why do you hate democracy so much?" or that'll automatically put them on the defensive. So yeah, I gotta maybe think of some tactful way of trying to get some information out of them without them getting all butthurt or whatever. Roxanne says, and Trump is notorious for being late. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I was wondering that too. It says to be there no later than 10 a.m. and it's supposed to start at 12. So that means that automatically you're supposed to sit in there for 2 hours. That's why I wanted to bring a chair, because I can't stand for 2 hours. So I'll probably, if it's a nice grassy field, I'll just sit down on the field probably. I'll just sit my ass down on the grass. But, and then it's supposed to start at 12, and what if he doesn't come out until 2? And so that'll be 4 hours at least of waiting, maybe more if I get there before 10. And then his speech might be some long ass fucking, look, I'm not looking forward to it. In a way, I am looking forward to it just because, like I said, I want to see what the Trump's crowd size is, and I want to maybe interact with some maggots in a peaceful, non-violent way. But I'm not looking forward to sitting in the heat for 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 hours or however long it's going to be. Joanne Gully, you mean 15 paid to be there at 500 of dim real? Yeah, that's right. I wondered about that too for like the Brooklyn thing of how many of those people were paid to be there. James says the sun doesn't set here until 11 p.m. now. Wow, where are you at, James? Because it sets here at about almost 8 o'clock, I think. Stay Gold, I wonder why they claim triple crowd sizes when they have a regulated online ticket application and must stick to the area regulation. Because Trump can say whatever the fuck he wants, and his sycophants will just believe him, and they never fact check him or anything, Darkly Yours, I'm a Hoosier, so I used to play Count the Pregnant Women with a beer. Okay. Mozart, yeah, you can give us an accurate crowd. Well, I can at least, if they try to say it's 100,000 people, I can just go, no. Minus Kevin Anderson, Trucker, I'd be surprised if only one person came, then Trump goes, hey, we got 1,000 people. Yeah. MJ Daniel, I can barely stand for half an hour. Yeah, I'm gonna be definitely sitting my ass down in the grass. And then the hard part is getting back up. Fancy, that's too hot for me. Yeah, if it gets too hot, they say they got cooling tents and all this shit. We'll see if that's bullshit or not. If they've got cooling tents, I'll hang out in the cooling tent. Of course, everyone's going to be in the cooling tent, so I hope they have enough cooling tents. for all, 800 of us or whatever it's going to be. Brenda Triple, directly yours. A beer in one hand and a cigarette in the other is what I see here, sadly. I would love to have a beer in one hand, not the cigarette, but I would love to have a beer in one hand. Big Hook, do the dude questionnaire. Policies of Trump you liked. You got insulin down to $35. Does your mother know you are here? Bring deodorant spray. Yeah. Stay Gold says, I can't barely stand for an hour. Why? It's so hot there. It's only June. I know. We're way above average. Our summer came about a month early this year. It's because of climate change, Stay Gold. And El Nino, I guess. I don't know. Cynthia Walker says, the convict does have a record of showing up 2 to 3 hours late. I know. That's what I'm also worried about. And I don't know if you can. They probably don't let you leave and come back. Like if he's like if I want to go and get something to eat, they said there's food there, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll just see. I might end up bailing. If he's going to be 2 or 3 hours late, I might end up bailing. I don't know. Stay Goldwell, 70 to 80 here in South Jersey. James Williams, here in northern Alberta near Peace River, the sunset lasts until after midnight. Wow. Joanne, I would use a drone, but now I have never operated a drone. I don't own one. I never operated one, but my understanding is you have to get clearance from, is it FCC or whatever it is? And they might, since Secret Service is there, they might not grant you like the air clearance or whatever. Even if you were outside of the event. So you might be able to make, I don't know what the fines are, the penalties are. I don't know how strict it is. Like if I don't have a drone, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go out and buy one. But if I had one, if I were to fly a drone around there and I was violating federal, laws or federal rules, regulations, because Secret Service, they might tell, they might say that that's a no-fly zone or something. So, I don't know. I don't know if you could do it or not legally. Anyhow. Says Burnett, I hope they have enough ambulances. That's why, because in Phoenix they had 13 people or something be taken to the hospital. So hopefully they learned their lesson, and the email they sent me is true when they say there's going to be cooling tents and misters and all that shit, and free water. Hopefully that's true, and that will help, prevent people from getting that heat exhaustion or whatever. Stay Gold, are you sure you are going to be okay out there, John? I am going to be worried about you now. I'll be okay. Look, I'm born and raised in the desert. I've lived in the desert my entire life. So I'm pretty well acclimated to it, even though I'm older and it is more difficult now than when I was younger. But if I feel, like I said, if I feel like I just can't do it, I'll just bail. I'll just call an Uber and go home. Sadly. I mean, because I want to do this. But I'm not going to kill myself. But like I said, I've lived here my whole life, not in Vegas, but I've lived in this Mojave Desert, which is what this is. And where I lived in California, it was the same Mojave Desert. I've lived my entire life here, so I think I'll be okay. And I'm going to bring some water with me. I'll bring my Crystal Geyser. And of course, I used to have a little belt that had like a little water bottle holder. And if I could find that, I would definitely bring it. But I don't know. It's probably in storage in Palmdale. So But I'm gonna at least bring this one bottle of water with me. Not this one. I'll bring a fresh one. Maybe two. And then they say they have free water there, so I'll keep hydrated. That's for sure. Stay Gold, please take a small vinyl cooler. There's no coolers allowed. And I'm Ubering. I'm not going to haul a bunch of stuff with me. And you can strap and place ice. Yeah, I know all those tricks, but the cold towels and everything. Minjay, yes, could be a lot of that crowd will be older and many MAGA are not in the best shape either. Nolan Workman, protect your ears from brain worms. Oh, yeah. Those are probably going around out there. MJ Daniel, I grew up in hot weather too. Not that hot, but close. Cynthia Walker, Target Online has a cane with a seat attached. Ooh. Hey, Cynthia, that's a good idea. I wonder if they would let me just bring the cane. Like, it looks like a cane. I didn't see canes on the no bring in list. Bring a water tanker. Look, guys, I gotta go through Secret Service. Brenda Triplet, you don't like my music. At you, his Amy Coney event was a super spreader, and Minnie caught it outside. Oh, I wonder if I should wear a mask. I haven't worn a mask in a long time, but I get some from those maggots. Should I bring a mask? I don't know. I am boosted. I'm vaxxed and I got every booster, like 6 boosters. So I guess I should be okay. Stay Gold, just a mini one like small strap bag, the ones that you can fit in your hand. Yeah, because you are allowed to bring a, 12-inch by 14-inch by 5-inch bag. So that might work. You don't like my music at Brenda Triplet Trip? Oh, Brenda. COVID is back where I live. My in-laws have it. Yeah, there's still cases going around. That's for sure. Stay Gold, in your hand like a small pouch. You don't like my music. Remember, though, TJ, for masks protect them from you, not vice versa. Yeah, for the most part. But there is some reverse of that, but to a much smaller degree. Mozart, that'll piss off people. Yeah, well, but like I said, I'm fully vaccinated and boosted, so Biden mask. I do have a mask that says vote, and it's in blue lettering. It doesn't say vote blue, but it's vote in blue lettering. Roxanne says, Trucker John, I would suggest you wear a mask, but you might get attacked. But I think what you don't like my music said, it is true. It would be me more protecting them, and I don't have COVID. Hey, there's Jolie. Hey, sorry I can't be here. Oh, where's my cat? Love you guys. Okay, Jolie. I hope everything goes okay with the cat. Sorry to hear that. But yeah, so hope everything goes okay with that. I just wasn't sure, Jolie. I sent a couple notices. I just wasn't sure if the first one went through. I wasn't trying to bug you. But yeah, I hope all goes well at the vet. Stay Gold, yeah, like that, but made of fabric. Those type of coolers you can fold up. I think I'll be okay. If the stuff is there, they say is there. They say they have cooling tents and they're gonna have misters and free water. If they have all that shit there, then I should be okay. And if they don't, and I start feeling like I gotta go, I'll just go. I'm not wearing a mask, guys. I just brought that up, and I've already said I'm not wearing a mask. Dick Rich, into the hour one, and even with the lack of fun, I'll stick around till the filters are done. Now, I would love to go, you know, but I'm not sure if the people would like the purple beard or not. So I might not. I'll just let Trucker John go. I don't think I could go. You think I could go? Oh, do you think Paul the purple beard guy could go and not get harassed? I'd probably. Now, if it was orange beard, I'd probably be okay. But as a purple beard guy, I don't think so. I don't know. That'd be interesting though. And also, this beard is almost like a mask. Not really, but yeah, I would like to go. Right? You know, just hang out and get to know some of the maggots, I guess. You know, and just let them know, hey, man, you know, don't worry. When your guy loses in November, which he will, he's going to get his ass kicked. It'll be okay. I'll just be there to assure them, hey, it's going to be okay. Your guy's going to lose. He's going down in flames. But I'll be there for you if you need a shoulder, you know, to cry on or whatever, you know. That's just the kind of guy I am, you know. I can't help it. That's just the way I am, you know. Screw that, Paul, you purple bearded guy, whatever you're calling yourself. Screw that shit. If I went there, I'd give him a piece of my mind. I say, hey, you maggots, you lousy, good-for-nothing maggots. Why are you destroying this country? Why do you hate democracy so much? That's what I'd be saying. None of this mamby-pamby cry on my shoulder bullshit. Fuck that. I'd be going, hey, you fucking maggots. What are you, fucking stupid? This guy's a fucking tyrant. And then I'd probably have to run for my life. But, you know, I just can't help myself. I'm a tough cookie, and that's how I go. You know, that's how I roll. Yeah, I don't know if it would work out if Tough Cookie went there. Uh-oh. Well, I accidentally hit that, but still, it's appropriate. Thank you guys so much for being here. All you guys, thank you so much. Everyone in the chat, everyone watching. 61 in the driver's lounge, only 54 thumbs up, so make sure you hit that thumbs up for me. Stay cool. Love the purple. Haha, cool. Yeah, that was Paul the purple beard guy. He has a very loving nature. And then the Tough Cookie, just the opposite. He's kind of an asshole, but his heart is also in a good place because he's anti-maggot. So you know, I can't I can't hate on him too much. You know. Hey, Bonnie Agliata's here. Good to see Bonnie. That's how the cookie crumbles. Dick Rich says thanks. Yeah, Dick Rich loves the filters. He's just a fool for the filters. Darkly Yours. Most of those people don't look too hard to outrun. Well, yeah, I'm just the thing is I'm just as in bad a shape as they are. So it would be, you know, an old fat out of shape guy trying to run away from another old fat out of shape guy, probably, or whatever. Brenda Triplett, ask them if they want a royal family because that's what the Trumps want. Yeah, do they want to go back to like a monarchy? Is that what they want? Yeah, this royal family where it just gets handed down to Junior and then to whatever, you know. I mean, we did fight a revolution to get rid of that shit. Did they not? Are they anti-revolution? Are they anti-American revolution? Mish, the coffee station is in the corner, Joanne. Oh yeah, in the driver's lounge. Mozart, the funniest chase scene ever. Yeah, it would be hilarious. That would be something to get on video. Me running, if you want to call it running, me running, guys, it would be not only slow motion, but it would look like, it would be slow motion, and it would be like slow motion of someone kind of crumbling into pieces or something. You know what I mean? It'd be me breaking apart. Stickle says, John, I can't I can't help but act like a mother hen. Then make it simple. Bring a white hand towel around your neck and wet it with cold water every now and then. It will keep you cool. Or cook. If I don't do that, I'll cook. I know, cool, not cook. I know. Nick Rich says, being an observer, not a participant, is easier to exit. Yeah, like I said, Nick, I'm just playing it by ear. I want to, do the live stream. If I feel like there's someone that wants to talk or be interviewed or something like that, and I feel okay with it, I'll do it. If not, I won't. I'm not going to push. I'm not going to push the issue. We'll just see how it goes. James Williams, we have a small takeout place. We have to test our staff regularly. It's a pain in the ass, but still needs to be done. You don't like my music says, okay, forget democracy. Why not elections? Boom, 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 boom. Why don't you like elections? Because it's all rigged, man. They're all rigged. So you're not going to bother voting, right? Because it's all rigged. You might as well not even vote. That might be what I would say. Benny Hill music. Yeah. Except it might be more funny if it might be, what was that one about the Olympics in the 1900s? Chariots of Fire or something like that? That might be more appropriate because it would be like slow motion. It'd be like that Chariots of Fire music, and instead of being this like really, perfect runner, good shape, Olympic athlete, it would be this old fat guy like stumbling, as the Chariots of Fire music is playing. Is it called Chariots of Fire? Chariots of something. Big Hook says, just asking questions. Tucker Carlson performance to hold them to their... I'm just asking. I'm just wondering. Burned Triplet, Putin said he could destroy the U.S. without firing a shot. This is that time, and we must convince everyone we can to vote. Vote blue. Vote blue. Chariots of Fire, yeah. Great. You don't like my music says, great soundtrack by Vangelis. Joanne Colley, we all have to vote them out. Absolutely. Big blue wave, everybody. Let's get that big blue wave. Hey, look at there. You guys are awesome. Now we've got 57 thumbs ups. Thank you guys so much for those thumbs ups. Gets us out in the algorithm, as Liberal Dan likes to say, the algorithm, and gets us out there. We're trying to get to 1,800 subs. We're at 1,790 something. We're almost at 1,800. In honor of the year Joe Biden was born. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have gone there. I love Joe Biden. I'm just joking. Mish says, I may have missed it. Sorry, TJ. Do you know what time you are thinking to go live tomorrow? You know what? I never did say exactly when, huh? So probably around 10 a.m. Pacific time or something. Because I don't know if I go live too early. Just somewhere around 10 a.m., I guess. Yeah, I didn't really think about the exact time. Because I'm probably going to get there around 10, I guess. Or I guess I should get there earlier because it said to enter no later than 10. So I guess I'll get there. I should get there around 9:30. And then I'm going to play it by ear. I'm not sure of the exact time when I actually go live, but probably somewhere around 10 a.m. Pacific time. But I'm not exactly 100% sure. You don't like my music says, I think SNL did a parody like that with John Belushi. I think so too. I think I'm copying that. Except mine would be like Belushi was like this kind of fat, out of shape guy, but he was actually kind of athletic. And he was still young then. Like if I did it now, it would be like this old fat fuck, you know. Stay Gold says, thank God my daughter is coming home today. She went to Vegas to see the Grand Canyon. I don't want her there with Trump coming. Look, you don't even know he's here. He was just here, what was it, a few months ago? And I was going to go to that. And you wouldn't even know that the guy was here. And this one, he did it at a park, but it was in closer to town. A little bit closer. It was just off of Washington and I think Eastern or something. But you wouldn't even have known he was here. But so it's not like, you know, it's not like all of a sudden the whole town becomes like maggot infested or something. You know, it's like you don't even know he's here. And the same thing happened with Biden. I was trying to, because Biden was here a couple months ago, and I was trying to go to that, and I couldn't find it. I couldn't even find where it was at, even though I had the general location. So they come to these things, and you don't even know they're here. Although they did shut down Caesar's Palace and then I picked up a worker from Caesar's Palace because they said that Trump or that Biden had rented out this suite there, a big the presidential suite. But I don't know if he actually ever used it or not. I think they just rented it out because I think he got in. I think he flew out right away on that one. But I think they rented out just in case if they need it or something. And she said it was causing a bunch of security issues with the workers there. Like it was like kind of blocking them from getting in and getting out and stuff. Big Hook, Trump is supposed to be there at 12 noon Pacific time. Yes. That is true. I know that. Fancy, don't run out of battery. I know. That's true, Fancy. Like, if this thing's fully charged, I should be able to get... See, that's the thing. And somebody said bring a power bank and all that stuff. I don't have extra power shit, you know. And I don't have a car right now. It's hard for me to go down and run and buy stuff. I don't have extra batteries or whatever. I could just bring my little charger, and if I see an outlet, just in case I see an outlet. Because I probably only get about 4 hours. So that's true. Yeah, that's going to be an issue. If he's going to be pulling his shit where he's late and all that kind of shit, that will become an issue. But like I said, I'm just playing it by ear. You know, and I was thinking about, should I do a live stream or should I do just record video and just make a video of it? But I kind of like going live, but like I said, we'll see how it goes. Hey, Michael Gadgews, riding with Biden. Hey, Michael, good to see you. Thanks for being here in the driver's lounge. We're at 60 thumbs ups. Thank you so much, guys. Bridger Triplet says Texas Paul did a show on Rupert Murdoch and his wives from Russia and China and his Russian friends. Yeah, Rupert Murdoch is a big fucking idiot. He gets honeypotted all the time. He's totally compromised. He's a piece of shit. You know, they're all pieces of shit. Trump, Murdoch, Putin. They're just taking up oxygen that they shouldn't be taking up. I'm scrolling down, guys. So if I don't read all the chats, it's just because I get behind and everything. So I'm just saying. But I am kind of reading some of them. If I'm quiet, it's because I'm reading them, but I'm not reading them out loud. I'm just trying to see if there's anything I can sort of expound on or something that hasn't already been kind of talked about already. Stego says also you must make sure your device for live stream doesn't heat up. That's another issue. That you're right, exactly, Stego. I was actually thinking of that. Being out in the heat, it could heat up. There might be instances where it might shut off, and then I might cool it off, and then start a new one. You know, if I can get to a cooling tent and have the thing cool off and everything. But like I said, just playing it by ear. Joy Fox is here. Joy says, I think Hal said he was going. Yeah, we thanks Joy for being here. But yeah, we were talking about how I might, if I see him, I'll say hi to him, you know. Stigl says maybe live stream later than 10 a.m. Yeah, or something, or whatever it works. That's true. Or I might just shoot a little bit of video maybe, and I could post the video later, and then actually do the live stream, you know, later. So just stay tuned, guys. Put your notification button on. Hit that bell. Is it still a bell? And then, you know, because I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I will wait. That's a good idea, Stay Gold. Maybe I will wait until he actually comes on to do the live stream, and maybe I'll just shoot some little video here and there. You know, or I might do a short live stream. And then shut it off and then start up another one. Hey, Mish gifted 10 Trucker John memberships. Thank you so much, Mish. You are Minch? Minch is a good thing, right? Mish, you are a Minch, I think, and I hope that's a good compliment. My Yiddish isn't so great, but it's a good alliteration. So, but thank you, Mish. That's awesome. 10 memberships. Thank you so much. So we got all those folks there, got memberships, and that's awesome. Joanne Gawley says, Rupert Murdoch has been vile for absolute years with the too creepy Mercer father-daughter combo. Yeah, they're despicable, Joanne. The Murdochs, the Trumps, just despicables. They're the despicables. You don't like in my music, just record it and post it afterwards. Live streaming will introduce all sorts of problems. Well, like I said, I'm playing it by ear. If the live streaming isn't working, then I'll just record. It's not that big of a deal, guys. I mean, it's not, you know, we'll just see what happens. Say Gold, ooh, what is a membership? That means you are a member of the Trucker John channel. And that means you're special cool. You're super cool. And hopefully I will do some things for the members if I ever figure out what to do. Like special little things. Like I think it's supposed to get you like special emojis, but I think I have to download the emojis, and I haven't really figured out how to do that yet. But yeah, thank you so much, Mish. Big, can you buy a power bank? Someone already said that. At 7-Eleven. I don't even know. I'm not even sure if I know what a power bank is, Big Hook. I mean, I guess it's something you plug in at home, get it all charged up, and then you can. It's portable, right? And you can bring it with you, and then plug into that. So I guess today, okay, you guys are gonna make me do stuff, aren't you? After I do this live stream, I can go and I can Uber over to Target. I'm sure Target has them, right? There's a Target like a mile away from here. I can just Uber over to it and get a power bank. Okay, Big Hook. And whoever, because other people have been saying that, so now you're making me have to get out of the house, which would probably be good for me to get out for a while. So, you don't use it. Yep, Minch means good guy. Oh, okay. Not a guy, but sentiment anyway. Okay, Mish. Yeah, I didn't know it was like. Had like gender associated with it. You know, I thought it was like for anybody. Anyhow, Big Hook, your biggest worry is heat stroke. I'm not gonna get heat stroke. Like I said, I'm born and raised in the fucking desert. Lived here my whole life. I know how to handle the heat. I just don't like it so much, but I can handle it. James Williams, Murdoch just about went to prison in Britain. Why didn't they just stick him in prison? Could have saved us a lot of this shit. Fancy. Yeah, get to work on John. Get us our emojis. Okay, all right, Fancy. I will figure that out. I got to figure out how to do that. Mish, it's worth it, John. Fancy, it's worth it. Are you talking about the power bank thing? I guess. Joanne Gully says Rebecca Mercer is walking besides Steve Bannon inside the White House. Kellyanne Conway gave Steve Bannon polling data from her company so they could pass it on to Russian bots. See, it always goes back to Russia, doesn't it? They fucking are so, they're so, into Russia. They should just go to Russia and fall out a window over there or something. Barney Aguilera, I can't wait for the rally. Okay, yeah, so just keep your notifications on. I'm not sure exactly the times that I'm going to be going live. I'm going to try going live at some point. And I might even do like two or more different live streams. I might start it and stop it, start it and stop it. But just, like I said, I'm kind of playing it by ear. Big Hook, Best Buy will surely have them. There is a Best Buy, too, not too far. That's about 2 miles from here. So, yeah, maybe I'll Uber over to Best Buy. Get me a, what do you call it? Power bank? MJ Daniel, I really need to know the lawn. Oh, I need to mow the lawn today. Got the front done so far. All right, well, you got something done. Stay Gold says, get a 10,000 mAh or higher power bank with 2 ports to charge 2 devices. They last over 6 to 8 hours. Okay, thank you for that. Because I've never bought one before, and so I have to remember that 10,000 mAh or higher with 2 ports. Okay, 10,000. I'll just have to remember 10,000 mules or something. Anyway. Mish, yes, the power bank is worth it. Okay, all right, guys, you guys have convinced me. I'm gonna Uber on over to the Best Buy and get me a power bank. Oh yeah. You don't like it in my music? I married a Jewish woman just for the Yiddish expressions. There you go. Fancy says, I heard a Russian judge fell out of a window yesterday. But I don't know. It's probably, I'm sure, I would not be surprised if that was completely true, but I just felt like it needed a drum sting. I don't know why. It's like, hey, I heard a Russian judge fell out of the window the other day. I don't know why I'm doing Rodney. Hey. And I always grab my imaginary tie if I do Rodney. It's like, yeah. I heard a Russian judge fell out a window the other day. Yeah. Anyhow. Bob LeBlanc is here. Hey, Bob LeBlanc. Thanks for being here. Ice Baby. Wrap ice in a towel around your neck. Yeah, I've heard. I know all the little desert tricks. Joanne Gawley, Roxanne. It is how they knew what areas to target. Exactly, they pinpointed it right in those districts, those zones or whatever in Michigan and Pennsylvania and Wisconsin or wherever. Michael McAndrews, two MAGA people walk into a bar. Everyone else walks out. Boom. Let's see. Roxanne, Big Hook. I wish we could do that. Do what? What did I miss? Oh, Canada has banned Fox News. Yeah, I wish we could do that too. I do. I agree with that. I wish we could. Michael Myers, good Rodney. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's Rocky or I don't know if it's Rodney or Rocky. He's like, hey. Anyhow, I ain't no respect. Yeah, well, Adrian. MJ Daniel, our Best Buy closed, our Kmart closed, our Sears closed. Where the hell do you live, man? The way things are going, the only place left for us to shop will be Walmart and Target. Man, that sucks. All that stuff is closing up. Cynthia Walker says, careful, airlines have a max for power banks. Well, I'm not taking it on the plane, But yeah, you never know. Like in the future, if I was taking a plane trip, like my music, TJ's Rodney Dangerfield impression doesn't get enough respect. Yeah, I got no respect. Jimbo, how? Hey, Jimbo. Thanks for being here, by the way. Glad you're in the Truckers Lounge. How? I don't know why you're... How? Question mark? How? I don't know. But thanks for being here. Joanne Gawley. You mean faux news? Faux spews. Oh, faux spews. Faux spews. MJ Daniel, gerrymandering is the only reason Jim Jordan keeps getting elected. I know, we need to stop the gerrymandering. Bonnie Agliata says, all dollar stores now, which I love. Do they sell power banks at the dollar store? Not sure where the nearest dollar store is around here. Probably not too far away. Yeah, just something just for the future. Yeah, that's a good to keep in mind. Yeah. Bob LeBlanc says, hi all. Don O'Leary, Rose's Lounge YouTube is rocking the Chicago Blues Fest. Oh, nice. Big Hook, 24,000 Ma is the limit for airline travel. Anything higher has to be in your luggage. Now I've got two numbers in my head, 10,000 and 24,000. So I guess I should get something at least 10,000, but less than 24,000. You don't like my music says, don't skip on electronics. You get what you pay for, which is true in just about everything, I guess. Joanne Gawley says, well, Steve Mnuchin was allowed to take a loan with three other cronies to buy Sears. He bought Sears and then pass all their debt from the Bay, and the media convinced consumers Sears was doing badly. That is the good old vulture capitalists, right? Like Mitt Romney. Vulture capitalists. They buy out companies and then they just run them into all kinds of debt. They take loans on them. They take the loan and then they just let the companies go bankrupt. James Williams says, careful, John, you get what you pay for. Chinese batteries are having a few issues. Okay, well, what am I supposed to do now? Now you guys are confusing me. Big Hook says, lithium-ion batteries can catch fire. Remember the Samsung Note disaster recall. Okay, do you want me to buy the power bank or not? Cynthia Walker, some are the size of cell phones or the size of a pack of cigarettes. Stay Gold says, yep, 10,000 or higher, and 24,000 is a good number. Roxanne Armfield, Joanne Golly, Steve Mnuchin makes me puke. He makes me want to puke. He makes me want to puke. He makes me want to puke. Okay, so some of the big news going on right now. I'm just going to flood us with some of the good news here. We got, look at this. Look at this jobs. Look at how many jobs Biden creates. Look at that. Way more than fucking Reagan and Bush Sr. You know, Clinton did a good job, but look at, he's like twice as much as Clinton. And then W was fucking little tiny little fucking, you know, he's got a little one. And then Obama was getting us back, took us out of a great recession, you know, and we were on our way up. Look at that. We're going up and up and up. And then fucking Trump comes into office, and look what happens. We're hemorrhaging jobs. We were hemorrhaging jobs under Trump. We're losing jobs. Look at that. Went into the negative. And then look at Joe Biden. Boom. Look at those jobs, man. Created. Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you so much. That's why. Look at this. 15 million jobs right there. 15.6 million jobs created. So, yeah, I would say I want 4 more years of Biden. I could live with that. I could live with 4 more years of Biden. You know? And really, another 100 years of Democratic presidents and Democratic Congresses. I could live with that. MJ Daniel says, my psychiatrist told me I was crazy. I told him I wanted a second opinion. He told me, okay, you're ugly too. That's a Dangerfield joke. I'm a psychiatrist. Told me. Okay. Joanne Golly, Roxanne, they didn't even have the money but got a loan, and our politicians allowed them, like they sold us out under Harper for China. Big Hook says 24,000 is the best because you can get 3 full charges off of it if you are traveling. Bonnie Agliata says, think I'm gonna dance? I think I'm gonna dance. You make me feel like dancing. Gonna dance the night away. You don't like my music. The only jobs Trump created were BJs. And even that wasn't very satisfying, probably. You know. James Williams says, yes, John, you want one, but you don't want a garbage one. Okay. I'm going to go to Best Buy. They usually sell good stuff at Best Buy, right? So. Joanne Golly, love how conservatives scream accountability while they find ways to profit from other people's labor while sitting on their consuming arses. The conservatives are just a bunch of lying hypocrites. There you go. And I forgot to bring myself some tissues, and I feel as though I need a tissue right now. Right now, I feel as though I might need a tissue. MJ Daniel says, every politician going back to Nixon has been shit for the USA. Last halfway decent one was Eisenhower. And I agree with that. In my lifetime, I was born in 1960, there has not been a good Republican president. They're awful. Roxanne says, funny how they get away with crap like that. You don't like my music says, it's not enough to simply re-elect Biden. The GOP Congress is useless. Exactly. We need to get the House back, and we need to keep the Senate. Absolutely right. You don't like my music. Let's give Joe Biden a Congress that will work with him and get these policies, passed, where we can actually get a good border security bill passed into law that will actually have teeth and will actually make a difference, instead of having to go to executive orders because the Republicans won't pass anything, even though it is bipartisan and it has a lot of the things they wanted that they are asking for. And because Donald Trump holds so much power over that party, and he told them to kill it, so they killed it. So that's why we absolutely need to vote blue all down the ticket. Vote Democratic all the way down the ticket. President, U.S. Senator, U.S. House of Representatives, and whatever local elections you have, vote Democrat. James Williams says Best Buy is okay. MJ Daniel says a liberal Democratic majority starting with FDR is what has made the USA so strong and wealthy in the first place. Republicans only steal. And Republicans only care about pleasing the multi-billionaires, the billion-dollar companies. They really don't give a fuck about anyone else. That's out of the bottom 99%. They don't give a fuck. That's why they create these issues just to try to tap into something that normal people care about, and then they just twist it and they spin it and twist it and get everybody all worked up, and they just deal in misinformation and disinformation, and then they propagandize it. That's the only way that they get support, enough support to win any elections. Fancy, we need all three. Yep, we need all three. Michael McAndrews says, Eisenhower was my president when I was born. He was okay as far as I know. A million times better than any Republican presidents lately. I really think if Eisenhower, let's say if he were alive today and he was, politically active, he'd probably be a Democrat. Now, he wouldn't be like an AOC Democrat, but he might be, I don't know, a centrist Democrat or something. Joanne Golly says, Roxanne, we have a paper mill in my town which makes the taxpayers subsidize China. It costs $100 a roll to produce, but China pays $70, so they take from the taxes. 3/4 of workforce doesn't live here. Brenda Triplett says, GOP want to deregulate industry, yep, but want to regulate our lives. Right. It all goes to that sort of thing. They want to privatize the gains and privatize the gains and what's the other thing? The losses, make them public. You don't like my music says Best Buy has cheap consumer grade and more expensive semi-pro stuff. Go with the latter if you can. Guys. I'm not into all this shit like you guys are. Gino Maynard. Hey, Gino Maynard's here. Good to see Gino. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Hanging out in the Truckers Lounge. Says power banks with solar cells are also convenient, John. Oh, just another layer. Look, I'm just trying to walk it in past Secret Service, so I don't think I can bring a bunch of complicated equipment. Um, you don't like my music, says Eisenhower once said that anyone who doesn't accept the New Deal and social democracy has no place in American politics. So there you go. I think if he were alive today, he'd probably be a Democrat. Just like MLK. They always say he was a Republican. Okay, whatever. I bet you if he'd lived longer, he would have switched parties. Joanne Gawley says every graduating student needs 1 year of subsidized world travel. This will get them out of their bubbles and make them more empathetic to others regarding their communities. That's why I've always been, thought, okay, a lot of people go into the military, which is great and fine, and I have no problem with people going into the military. It's just scary, though, if you have a president like, Reagan or even Trump, who would just lead us into like shitty wars and W, of course, into shitty wars that we shouldn't be involved in. But still, I thought about joining the military a few times when I was young. I almost did it. But it'd be nice if there was another equally as maybe funded and just as much as a service, branch would be like the Peace Corps, because we had the Peace Corps, and I guess it's still around, but it's just not. It's not to the status, I guess, of say if you join the Army or the Air Force or something. It would be nice if like a Peace Corps was like at that kind of had that kind of status. I guess I'm not sure if I'm using the right term, but where you could do a year or two in the Peace Corps, and it did take you to places around the country, around the world. Other countries around the world, and you could really see, things going on, and you would be there, providing needed services to maybe impoverished areas of the country, of the world. I keep saying country, and if that would count as like almost like a military service, but it wouldn't be. It would be like non-military. It would be totally like Peace Corps, But it seems like I said, the Peace Corps I guess still exists, but it's not like it was in the '60s under Kennedy or something. It's just not the same. Fancy, I'm too afraid to travel. The world hates us. Gina Maynard says, "Don't cut the red wire, John." Yeah. Well, Fancy, there's. I don't know if it's as bad as we think. I know there are places that are scary and I wouldn't go to, but I think there's still lots of places that you can go to that are safe or relatively safe, and you just kind of gotta be aware, I guess, of what's going on and certain situations in the world, and and just be careful. But you got to be careful when you just go around your own town, So, but definitely there are places that are way more dangerous than you're just going around your own town. But yeah, just don't go into those places. I think there are plenty of other places you can go. Lots of places in Europe, and I think there's, even Japan and Southeast Asia. I think Central America, like Mexico and Costa Rica. There's probably lots of South American places that are safe. I just wouldn't go into where the cartels are. I'm sure most of Western Europe, is pretty relatively safe and nice to go to. So, I don't know. You just kind of, I guess, look into it and see what's going on. You don't like my music? I would support mandatory civil service, military or otherwise. I don't know if I would support mandatory or not, though. Because this is supposed to be a free country, so I'm kind of I don't like mandatory stuff. But MG Daniel, he also called any politician against Social Security or unions was stupid. See, I'm telling you, I think Eisenhower would be a Democrat today. Certainly a Democrat during, say, the '90s when Clinton was president. James William, the world doesn't hate Americans. They just don't trust them. It's safe to travel most places. I think so. I think I would agree with that statement for the most part, yeah. Joanne Golly says it is a reward for their hard work. Making people work again is not in the deal at all. The reward will benefit long term. That thing is a I'm stuck. A ton? Still haven't grasped. Anyhow, Social Security, that comes out of course, the New Deal, and comes out of when we came out of our worst depression that we'd ever had been in, and where literally people were just dying on the streets, and Social Security saved millions and millions of lives. It's an important program. Roxanne says, just don't be a jerk when you travel. Yeah, don't be that ugly American. You don't like my music in replace of a professional standing army. I'm not for mandatory. I like that we volunteer. Bonnie Agliata, just say you know a Canadian at Gino Maynard. Oh, Gino Maynard, just say you're Canadian, eh? Oh, like if you're traveling. Joanne Gully says, Bonnie, I caught many Americans pulling that. I guess I live in Australia. Americans go to Australia and say they're Canadian? That's funny. Because they don't want to be... I guess there's a stereotype of Americans being just awful assholes or something. So they say they're Canadian. That's funny. That's pretty funny. I don't think I could do that, though. I'm just too goddamn proud of being an American. And I know a lot of people are like, how can you be proud? We had Trump, we had W, and these guys are assholes, and all this shit. Or they went all the way back to, the way that we had this genocide on Native Americans, and we had slavery. How could you be proud of America? Or be proud to be an American? I am proud to be an American, because I still think that this is the greatest country on the planet. I don't give a fuck about what anybody says. I still think this is the greatest country. We've done a lot of shit. A lot of people have done shit in the name of this country. We fought a fucking civil war over getting rid of slavery. I think we've learned our lessons on how we, mistreated Native Americans. It's not perfect. It's not a perfect country. People aren't perfect. This country is run by people. It's run by people. Of course, I'm biased because I was born and raised here. But I love this country. I'm not leaving. Everyone's saying if Trump is reelected, I'm leaving. I don't think I'm leaving. If I do leave, it's only because because I will be on retirement and I can be an expat and I could live on the money I have much better, like in Thailand or in Mexico. Those are kind of the two places I thought if I do move out of the country, just for that reason, it would be purely because my money would go so much further. And I've kind of because I've checked out I've sort of researched a lot of there's a lot of areas around the world, and I've kind of narrowed it down to either Thailand or Mexico. And I really only like Mexico because it's so much closer. Because the exchange rate isn't as good as in Thailand, where it's like 36 to 1 or something. So that would be the only reason I would leave would be just for that. Other than that, I'm not leaving because of Trump. I'm not leaving because of any of that shit. I'm here, you know, to try to do my best to keep Trump from getting reelected and to try to get Democrats elected. You know, I mean, that's what we got to do. We just got to vote, and we got to encourage people to vote, and we got to encourage them to vote for Democrats. And try to get the news out there of, you know, why do we vote, why vote for Democrats instead of Republicans? You know, so try to get the good news out there, you know, about things like Joe Biden does, reducing some medical costs and prescription costs, and see all the jobs he creates, and see how the economy is booming, and it's so much better under Democrats, and it always is. The economy always gets better and improves under Democrats, and the Republicans, when they take power, they crash, and the Democrats are clean up and clean up and clean up. We need to stop getting out of that cycle and that pendulum swing. We need to get just, you know, I think decades of Democratic rule. If we can keep doing this, you know, and I know things go up and down, but anyhow, I still love the country. Even if I moved to Thailand or Mexico, I love the country, and I'm proud to be an American. So if I was on vacation in Australia, I don't think I could say I was a Canadian. I would just have to take my lumps, I guess, metaphorically. Hopefully that would be a metaphorically lump. Anyhow, Darkly Yours. I never lie and say I'm Canadian, but I do have Canada brand parka vest that just has has a maple leaf and the word Canada on it that I frequently wear while traveling. Not me, man. I'm so stupid. I would wear a big American flag symbol or something and just put a big old target on my back. That's how stupid I am. Joanne Gawley says, as a woman, totally different view. Iceland is way more progressive and treating their citizens like humans instead of poisoning them continually for the dollars. Yeah, I've heard Iceland, like when they had their banking crisis and stuff, like they just fired all the bankers or something, or I think they even maybe sent some to jail and stuff. James Williams says, to be honest, Obama and President Biden did a lot to restore the American reputation after the Bushes. Yeah, and I think Biden is restoring a lot of reputation after Trump. Absolutely. Joy Fox says, I think you have to apply for press credentials ahead of time. Brian Karam, part of White House press corps, said he was denied credentials for the Vegas rally. We were talking earlier about bringing a press pass, and it wouldn't. If they looked at it, it wouldn't hold up muster. It would be for the Antelope Valley Press, and it was from the late '90s to the early 2000s. I don't know if there was a date on that or not, but it wouldn't. You know, and like you say, you have to apply. Like you have to get on their press list. You know. If you're trying to get to a specific like press area, because they do have an area reserved for the press. I mean, if I had my old badge and I'm just walking around in the general area, I could probably get away with that. But if I was trying to get into the actual area that they have the press, then that would be extra scrutiny, and that my old press badge would not hold up. Gino Maynard says, did you hear about the Trump jury prank fail? I didn't hear. I mean, maybe was that the prank? I just listened to a little clip last night about how they were saying one of the jurors had inappropriately contacted a family member or something and said, hey, Trump is going to be guilty. And so was that the prank? Because I didn't hear that was a prank. I think it might have been a Fox News clip that I was watching or something. So they were presenting it as though that was actual fact. And as we know, it's faux spews, as someone said earlier. But so I haven't heard if that was debunked or whatever yet. You don't like my music. Norway is great too. Yeah, I hear all these lists, all these, these polls or whatever. The happiest country in the world is Norway, and all these Scandinavian countries, and that's fine and dandy. God bless them, and hopefully we can learn some things from them as far as how we handle, our social programs, our social safety net, and we can see that it can be done, better than we do it now. But still, I love America. I love the USA. I'm proud to be an American, and I'm not. It would take, I guess it would take a total takeover by Trump and totally making us into a dictatorship and really destroying the country, destroying the Constitution, making this Gilead or whatever. Then, for me to not be proud of America. I guess if they changed the name, then I wouldn't be. There would be no America left. Or if it was like The Handmaid's Tale, there would be pieces of America left, and I would be in one of those pieces, hopefully, if I could make it there. But I'm not going to shit talk America in that sense. I will shit talk it in that some of the things we've done I don't agree with, and some of the presidents and some of the people in power that have done that I don't agree with. I didn't agree with the Vietnam War. I thought that was a shit war. I don't think we had any business fighting that war. That was a civil war. If we wanted to help, like we're doing with Ukraine, if we wanted to help them with weapons and maybe even training or whatever, fine, have at it. But we didn't need to send over 50,000 of our American soldiers to early graves to fight their civil war. So I wasn't for that. But God damn it, I'm still an American and I still love this country, and you're not going to change my mind. You Canucks up there, you're not going to change my mind on that. I'm born and raised here in the good old USA. And I will love this country until it doesn't exist anymore. Or until I don't exist anymore, I guess. But, yeah. You don't like my music. If you truly love your country, you want to improve it. Exactly. I mean, I'm always striving for us to be better, to get rid of the things that don't work and that are awful, and to work towards the things that do work and that we need to be striving towards. So yeah, absolutely. Dirty Clear's here. Dirty Clear says, loving the people of the U.S. is one thing, but loving it for any other reason seems nutty. I don't understand what you're talking about. Loving the people. Okay, let's break this down. Dirty Clear, hello. First of all, thanks for being here. I don't think I've ever seen you in here before. Hopefully you hit the like, subscribe, and share buttons for me. Loving the people of the U.S. is one thing, but loving it for any other reason seems... I love this country because I love the Constitution. I love that, we started all this shit. We broke away from monarchies. We broke away from dictatorships. And we started this whole thing. Maybe it was I know it was hypocritical. I already brought up slavery. I said we had a civil war to get rid of it. And I said there's lots of things to not be proud of. But I think there's lots of things to be proud of also. So it's not love it or leave it. It's love it and let's try to make it better. Let's just continually work on improvement. Gerald Moraine is here. I served for democracy. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your service, I guess, if that's what you're talking about. Good to see you. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. MJ Daniel, Vietnam. Oh, did you serve in Vietnam, Gerald? for democracy. That was the argument, wasn't it? That was the thing that we had to fight in. We had to fight in Vietnam to keep so that communism didn't spread throughout Vietnam, I guess. And then, because if we didn't do that, it would come over here, which is bullshit, which is total horseshit. Like I said, we could have, if we wanted to supply South Vietnam with weapons, and we could have given them military training. We didn't, but we didn't have to send our troops into battle. That's what I'm saying. Dirty Clear says you make some good points. Well, thank you, Dirty Clear. I think you're talking to me. Joanne Golly, yeah, did not. You are ruled by the rich. I don't know what that is about. Sometimes I get mid-thread of your guys' stuff, and so I don't really know what that was in reference to or something. James Williams, I love my country for what it can be, not what it was. There is enough shame in our past. There's shame everywhere. Name the country that doesn't have some shame. Okay? All countries have shame. All countries have things they did that they're not proud of. The key is, what are we doing now? And what have we been doing to try to be better? And we've had our moments. We saved fucking Europe from the Nazis. If it wasn't for the U.S., Europe would have gone down. I'm convinced of that. Now, England and the Allies, we fought together. We all fought together. But if it wasn't for us, the U.S., Hitler would have won. I'm sorry, folks. Or he would have won Europe. He wouldn't have beat us, I don't think. Even with the joining up with the Japanese, we would have beat whoever. But Europe may have just completely fallen under Nazism, under Nazi Germany. And I don't know what Japan would have done, but they wouldn't have conquered us. You don't like my music. The U.S. stopped communism from spreading to South Vietnam by invading South Vietnam. Like I said, we didn't need to be there. I mean, isn't that what the Pentagon Papers were all about? About what a fucking scam it was? You know, it was all that was just all a big money grab for military contractors. Gina Maynard, the domino theory led to neocons. You don't like my music. The problem is that Trump and his people don't feel any of that shame. No, because they're ignorant. You know, they say ignorance is bliss. It's because you don't know anything, so you think everything's all great, you know. You don't like my music. The U.S. only joined World War II after the Japanese attack in 1943. I know that. Gina Maynard, I was referring to Vietnam. Brenda Triplet, only thing that matters is how we try to better today and going forward. Right. We can't do anything about the past. We can only try to learn from it. NJ Daniel, industrial strength plus the distance of the U.S. from Japan and Germany made it possible. Yep. James Williams, Canada was fighting Germany years before the U.S. got involved. They were still building railway lines into the death camps from the scrap metal they brought here. that's great that Canada was doing that, but I think things weren't looking too good for the Allies, for Europe. And the USA saved a lot of bacon, a lot of people's bacon. James William Canada, I read that one. Michael McAndrews, our values have to be the best, and they are. I mean, really, the things that we look back on and we have shame about, or the things that we've done in the name of this country that were bad. It's all greed related, basically. I mean, slavery is all about greed. It's just not wanting to have to pay any labor costs, and then so you have slavery. You have a group of people that are slaves, and you treat them like they're they're chattel. You treat them like cattle. They're chattel, and they're just possessions. And you feed them and you put them in a barn just like you do your cattle or your livestock. And if they die, it's just a loss, a business loss, or whatever. They just treat them totally like a possession. And that was all greed related, and they didn't want to have that ability taken away from them and then have to actually pay people to work their fields and treat them like human beings, even though back then there were no really labor laws. There was no OSHA. There was none of that shit. And I say shit, I don't mean that shit. I'm for labor laws. I'm for OSHA. But they would, and to not have slavery and to have, black people treated as full human beings and not just, partial human beings or whatever, would mean that they would have to treat them with at least whatever they're treating the bottom people that they would treat, like white sharecroppers or whatever. I mean, they would have to at least put them on that level, and they didn't want to do that, and so we had a civil war over it. But it was all greed. It was all greed related because these plantation owners were literally living like kings and queens and royalty. It was sick. They didn't want to give that up. And if you want to live that way, but if you earn your money, I guess, honestly, or you're without having to enslave people, that's one thing. But they were doing it on the backs of slavery. And we can look at all kinds of injustices going on that have gone on. Mistreatments of people of color, mistreatment of Asian people, anything like that. It all comes down to money, right? It's always all about the money. It's always about the greed. But that doesn't mean I hate my country. I don't. Because those are people that we're fucking up. And we also have people that try to do good things. And that's kind of the fight, right? That's the fight. That's the battle of trying to, the inter-country or whatever fighting, the battle of greed over being good, I guess, and trying, and then people will say, well, you're anti capitalism or whatever. Hey, I'm all for capitalism. I'm all for making a buck. I have nothing wrong with capitalism. Just do it within the rules. Have some rules. You can't be unfettered. You can't have slaves. All right? You got to treat people with dignity and respect. You got to have some safety measures. You can't just have people going in to their death, risking their lives unnecessarily. I mean, there's got to be some safety stuff put in. We've got, now we're learning more and more, way more now than we knew 200 years ago about pollution and stuff. So now we need to have some pollution regulations, and we need to abide by those. It's not asking too much. I'm not against capitalism, but I am against unfettered capitalism, and I have no problem with there being some rules and regulations to protect capitalism from itself. Because unfettered capitalism is always, at some point, it's going to implode. So you need to have regulations. You need to have, things put in there that helps keep the thing from cannibalizing itself, Okay, so I've been talking. Haven't seen all of your posts here, so I'm kind of mid-thread. If I join in, I'll be mid-thread. I'm just trying to see if there's something that I could just jump, that I could read that isn't something that I missed. You know what I mean? MJ Daniel, capitalism prospered with Democrats in the majority in the 50s and 60s. Yeah, we had the golden age. And it really seems like things have taken a shit ever since Reagan. It was Reaganomics. Voodoo economics, supply side economics, whatever you want to call it. This shit don't work. And so since Reagan, we've had this back and forth thing going from Republican to Democrat, Republican to Democrat. Republicans fuck up the economy, crash the economy. Democrats get in, they start cleaning it up. You can see right here on the chart. Get more jobs. Those are good indicators of the economy improving under Clinton, Obama, and now Biden. And you can see in between you had Republicans, and that it's just we got to stop with this back and forth stuff. We need to have another 40 years of Democratic Congress and Democratic presidents, and unless the Republicans could go back to being like Eisenhower presidents, but I don't see that coming. Gerald Moraine says, my father, a gunner on a Navy SBD World War II. I don't know what an SBD is. Gerald Moraine, my grandfather was infantry World War I. Wow, you guys have a real history of service and fighting in these wars. Thank you, family, for your service, and that's pretty awesome. James Williams says, we don't know what would have happened if America did not get involved. There is no doubt the war ended earlier than it would have, but it's a stretch to say America won the war single-handedly. I didn't say single-handedly. I mentioned the Allies. I said we fought. I said that England and the European allies and everything, we all fought together. Absolutely. But I'm just saying that without America, I think they would have lost. I didn't say single-handedly. Not once did I say single-handedly. Brendan Triplet says, my neighbor runs a restaurant that is always booming, and she is salty about having to pay employees more. Yeah, they just don't like paying wages. Gerald Moran, for democracy. Yeah, but I don't believe that Vietnam was. I know that was the excuse we were given, that we had to fight off the communism over there so it wouldn't come over here. But I don't believe that, or at least we didn't have. I don't think we had to send troops. We could have sent them ammo and weapons, but I don't think we had to send our troops to Vietnam. I really don't. And we can I think we can agree to disagree on that. I just think Vietnam was a quagmire, and we didn't need to do that, because I don't know if you noticed, but Vietnam is still communist to this day. Hey, Keith Police here. Thanks for being here, Keith. Good to see you. Says that video of Zelensky hugging the DA veteran was so moving. It was. I saw that. And that World War II veteran, he knew what was going on, and he was there. He said he supported Zelensky. And the reason I bring that up is because of all these right-wing maggots that want to say that Zelensky is a Nazi or whatever. It's just ridiculous. Gina Maynard, sorry for typos. That's okay. I do that all the time. Jill Moran, I agree. Okay, thank you, Jill. But yeah, so you probably know more about this stuff than I do, Gerald. I'm sure you know way more than I do. You don't like my music says, do you guys still think the atomic bombing of Japan was justified? I don't know. I kind of struggle with that, but it did end the war. That put an abrupt end to it, and they again the argument for that was that it saved lives in the long run, because otherwise it would have been how many more years of fighting in Japan. So I think it did, I guess, even though I've kind of struggled with that, but. Because it's a horrible thing, man. I'm not saying war isn't horrible. It's horrible. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. James Wayne says Vietnam was not an American issue. It was French colonialism that drug the U.S. into Asia. And I think we did learn from that. And also probably maybe from the first Gulf War or something. But I mean, if you notice now, it does seem like, because that whole term about boots on the ground, that really came into vogue during the Gulf War, about boots on the ground, and then after that, it was like it kind of became a thing. Whenever there was going to be something going on, some sort of military action, I think politicians or maybe the military, the Pentagon, finally figured out that we're not so hip to just sending our people into these wars for every little thing or whatever, and that's when you started hearing them say, okay, we're not going to send any boots, no U.S. boots on the ground, no boots on the ground. So maybe they've learned a little bit about, at least about that, about we need to be very careful about the boots on the ground. And I know we had boots on the ground in Afghanistan and Iraq, certainly, and we lost over 3,000 or 4,000 over that period of time, the 20 years that we were involved in Iraq and Afghanistan. Combined, I forget the total, but it's like 3,000 or 4,000, I think. And so I think we are more in the mode of, supplying weapons and even training and expertise and all that kind of stuff. Rather than just sending full force, huge, armies over, to fight. So I think that's what has changed since Vietnam. That we do send in troops. Obviously we have in Gulf War and in Iraq, Afghanistan. But it's not like a full-fledged, declaration of war. Like we're just sending, hundreds of thousands of troops or whatever. It is more of a, sending weapons, sending advisors and stuff like that. Brenda says a 102-year-old vet died on their way to the D-Day ceremony. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's like they're dying off, and it won't be long before there's none left. You know? I mean, that's the way it goes. You get to be 100 years old. But yeah, that's something. Gina Maynard says, I prefer fewer. I prefer fewer American deaths. Also, no one else wanted to use them after that. I prefer fewer American deaths too. I don't know what the other thing is in reference to. You don't like my music says, I highly recommend watching the documentary The Fog of War by Errol Morris featuring former Secretary of State Robert McNamara. I think I've heard of that. I don't think I've ever seen it. I know The Fog of War is sort of a popular expression. Didn't that come out of The Art of War or whatever? Or it's been an expression around, but so maybe that's what I'm thinking of. But I may have heard of that documentary. Michael McAndrews, I Weber have a typo. Keith Bleak, Fog of War is excellent. I'll have to, another thing I'll have to search. There's a whole bunch of things that you guys have said that I should read or watch and I haven't done it yet. Like Hitchhiker, what's it, Hitchhiker to the Galaxy? And then there was some other movie recommendations on the last show. And now I gotta remember what they were. I need to start writing this stuff down so I don't forget. Fancy says, I need a good movie to watch tonight. Well, I guess Fog of War. Documentary, though, right? Documentary. Michael McManagers, have you watched the... Oh, I haven't seen the Alien Super Show yet. No, and that's another one you guys have been saying to check out. Is that... Where's that at? Is that Netflix? Is that HBO? Is that... Where is that at? Alien Super Show. If what I need to do is start keeping a pen and pad next to me so that I can just write down these recommendations. Because what happens is I turn this off and then I forget. You don't like my music? McNamara explains how the firebombing and atomic bombing of Japan was basically Air Force Commander Curtis LeMay's ideas. Fancy says YouTube. Oh, the Alien Super Show. Oh, it's not like a movie or a TV show? Is it just like a live stream talk show type of thing? Well, I still need to check it out. It's on YouTube. Bonnie Agliata says, Alien, yes. Stormy takes Manhattan, not so much. I haven't seen Stormy Takes Manhattan. James Williams, I think the first atomic bomb was a case of ignorance of lethality. The second and the third, they knew precisely what they were unleashing and did it anyway. Wow. That's horrible, man. I'm not going to profess to be an expert on the subject. But it's horrible. You know, all war is horrible, but, you know, Pearl Harbor was horrible too, so. But I know, to compare Pearl Harbor to three atomic bombs or whatever, I guess is, some people would say that, you know, it's not comparable, it's not comparable. But it's kind of like you poke the bear, then be careful. Micromanager's YouTube video. It's smart. YouTube video for the Alien Super Show. Okay, Alien. I'm going to say it a bunch of times and maybe it'll remind me. Alien Super Show. 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 Okay. Keith Lee says, How's Friday AI show has become a weekly view. Yeah, it sure has. You don't like my music? Curtis LeMay is immortalized in Stanley Kubrick's Doctor Strangelove by actor George C. Scott. Oh. So he was the crazy guy, the crazy general. Walter Makarovich, what scares me, Trucker John, that one of the biggest news outlets in America, the owner is married to a known Russian spy and nobody seems to care. Yeah, we've been talking about that a little bit, and to me it just shows this Russia connection. It just never stops. We have all these Russian connections with Fox News. We have Russian connections with all the whole up and down the Trump candidacy campaign, administration. Everything always goes back to the Russians, So just know the Russians aren't our friends, really. These Republicans seem to love Russians all of a sudden, but they're not our friends. No matter what. Hey, Jack McCool's here. Hey, Jack McCool, good to see you. And each bomb was getting bigger. Yeah, I should watch that documentary. Jack McCool. Thanks for being here, Jack McCool. Make sure you give me that like, subscribe, and thumbs up and all that good stuff. We're just hanging out. The hangout is almost done. I've about 2.5 hours, by the way. That's a pretty good hangout. So I think I'll probably be putting an end to this here. Did I have another meme? I kind of just had, I had this. I like this one because it shows, let's see, what can I do here? Can I put this over here? Maybe put this over here. Trump's legacy, Biden's legacy. And we can see the stark difference. I mean, the choice is clear, folks. The choice is clear. So, vote removes orange stains. I'm just saying, we need to vote. I'm trying to move this. I don't know why. There we go. Let's move this over here. And I'm trying to squeeze myself in there. It just seems like I'm zoomed in or something a little bit. But, hey man, the choice is clear. To me anyhow. Okay, we can't have 4 more years of Trump because I believe that could possibly destroy the country, Don't let him fool you. Biden's a good man. He's a good American. The economy is booming under Bidenomics. Is he perfect? No. No one's perfect. But he's good. He's a good man. He's a good president. And on the other hand, Trump is not a good man. He's just not a good man. He's never been a good man. I've never liked Trump. Going back to I remember the 80s and the 90s and seeing him in all the tabloids. I've never been a Trump fan. I've always thought he was just, before he was president, I just thought he was just sort of this sleazy, kind of rich dude who had nothing to offer, And now we can see that the guy is really just a con man and a criminal and a sexual assaulter, if not a rapist. So it's not even close. It's not even close, So we need to vote. Vote blue, vote for Joe, vote for Democrats, all up and down the ticket. Let's get the House back. Let's keep the Senate. And I'll see you guys tomorrow from the Trump rally. I'll be there. Hopefully I can get a signal out. We'll see how that all goes. But I'm going to be there by hook or by crook with my power bank. Be trying to go live. Or if not, I'll be recording video and I'll make a video of it. But I'll be there. And no matter what, I love America. And I'm a proud American. And I'm not going to let that shit stain. What side is it? This side? This side over here? Trump. I'm not going to let him ruin that for me. All right? So I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully from the Trump rally. Thank you all so much for being here. All the likes, the subscribe, the shares. We got some memberships going today. Thank you, Mish. That was Mish, the Minch, even though I guess that is a gender thing I didn't know about. But I don't know what a female Minch is. So maybe someone could tell me that. But thank you guys so much. You guys are so awesome. Good hanging out with you for 2.5 hours. I'll see you on Sunday, tomorrow. Just keep your notifications on. I'm not exactly sure. Probably somewhere between 10 a.m. and God only knows how long after that. Pacific time zone in Las Vegas from the Trump rally. All right, guys. Thanks again so much for being here, and I'll talk to you soon.
Well, it's time to say goodbye. The show has come to an end. But don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again. We'll have some fun times, hopefully nothing too bad. We might talk about war crimes. Might talk about Baghdad. I doubt we'll talk about door chimes. But if we did, I'd be only too glad. So high of Easter, baby. The show is over, but could I ask you maybe to take a shower? No, that's not what I meant, but I couldn't think of anything to rhyme with over. Now my whole rhyming scheme is all screwed up. Oh shit, I should have stuck to truck driving, who I tried to kid. At least when I was out there driving, I could handle a skid. But doing this live stream, baby, has been a real kid. So I hope to see y'all again right here on the Trucker John live stream. We're gonna do it again and again, right here in the Trucker John live stream. Yeah, the Trucker John live stream. We're gonna come back and do it all again. No, this ain't no dream. This is where we win, right here on the Trucker John live stream. No, this time to say goodbye. The show is coming in. Don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again. Well, it's time to say goodbye. The show has come to an end. Don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again. We'll have some fun times, hopefully. Nothing too bad. We might talk about war crimes, might talk about Baghdad. I doubt we'll talk about gold chimes, but if we did, I'd be on to glad. So hasta la vista, baby, the show is over, but could I ask maybe to take a shower? No, that's not what I meant, but I couldn't think of anything to rhyme with over. Now my whole rhyming scheme is all screwed up. Oh shit, I should've stopped a truck driving. Who am I trying to kid? At least when I was out there driving, I could handle the skid. Doing this live stream, baby, it's been a real kick. So I hope to see y'all again, right here on the Trucker John live stream. We gonna do it again and again and again, right here on the Trucker John live stream. Yeah, the Trucker John live stream. We're gonna come back and do it all again. No, this ain't no